What's up, survivors? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're doing well. Started a bit late. Yeah, I did start a little bit late. I normally want to start like, honestly, like almost 2 hours ago. But I had an alarm set for a nap, and what happened was I woke up by the alarm, and then I changed the time for an hour later just to get another hour, because I always give myself a reasonable amount of time to do other stuff. I was like, I'll just have another hour, and I imagined myself setting the other alarm. You know, I didn't actually set the other alarm. You know, in my like sleepy stupor, basically. And then what happened was I woke up after my alarm was meant to go off, and I was like, yeah, I really should get up, and I fell asleep again. Like, not even lying, I fell asleep again. So yeah, not good. I was just tired, honestly. I was just tired. Okay, who have we got in chat? We've got the top three is Margot, Z-Man DNA, and Valiant. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for tuning in. I do appreciate it. What's up, Kathy? What's up, Zenith? What's up, Mini Baker Lad? 8-Page, Cygnus, Bashaum, Sly. I hope you're all doing good. What's up, GT? Hello there. What's up? What's up? What's up? We're going to do the normal shenanigans today, guys. We're going to open everything I've got, mods, that sort of stuff. I think I'm going to be doing a few pulls for Jeremiah, and I've got a couple of those tickets to hand in for some advanced tokens, so hopefully we can get like a pull out of that. I need to do 3 more pulls to get a stat Paragon mods. Was I not top 3? Your comments got auto deleted by YouTube because of spam, man. If you spam, it gets spammed. That's the way it goes, man. What do you think of Nor's weapon? What, from the battle pass? I think it's fine. It's a 60% chance to proc. We're seeing so many of these 60% at the moment. That's the issue. We're seeing so many of the 60%. Honestly, I think 60% are not fun. I don't think defenses need a better chance to defend, honestly. No, all these 60% weapons are on defense, you know? 60% chance to stop you from doing something. So more often than not, if you try and attack someone, you're going to get stunned, you're going to get absolutely defended, you know? That doesn't create fun dynamic to me, especially when there's 5 of those weapons on a defense team. I mean, you should be hating, but to be fair, it's doing its job, you know? You did spam, so yeah. Next time, just take number 1, because you were first, but then you spammed to try and be second and third, thinking it was funny, and then YouTube spammed you, and then you like, it's kind of like, it's like kind of like someone like racing to the finish line in the Olympics, and then you started doing somersaults and like fell on your face and like broke your legs, basically. That's basically what you did. And then people just ran past you. Centralize this text a little bit. There we go. Okay. What's up, Wheelie Boss? Welcome to the stream. So, Oscar, do you think Shane will have a big impact? I think he's going to be a good attack leader for sure. I think he's going to be a great attack leader. I mean, does anyone else think otherwise? I don't think I've seen anyone say he's not going to be a good attack leader. I wonder if Governor survives this. No, he doesn't. No, he don't. Do you think it's worth doing 2 more pulls on the George Will to get 5 gold tickets for another 10k Ultra? 2 for 10. Ooh. Ooh. That is a thing, isn't it? That is a thing. I mean, if let's say it was 1, right? I'd definitely say yes for 1. I mean, let's be honest, you're probably going to get 10k back and 2 gil bits. There's a few goals on the... I mean, if there's potentially even characters you need, you could even come out of it with a character you need. There's not much chance, like 2%, but... You know, either way, I think you can't really make a mistake there. If you hold on to your tokens, you're just holding on to your tokens for a future advance. If you don't and you spend them, you're just going to get more for a future Ultra. Have you spent Ultra already, Cygnus? Because if you haven't, maybe that's when it's worth. Because then you're going to just stock up your Ultra a little bit more. Currently drudging through SR, yeah. This SR hasn't got anything to, you know, nothing to do, like... It's like an optional SR, right? It's kind of like, it's got nothing attached to it. I've seen this weapon, Shane's baseball bat with improved 1535. Yeah, it was on the blog, right? Yep, powerful weapon for sure. See, the issue, I'm probably going to make some content on this particular thing because there being really powerful defense team characters in promos, like Advanced and Ultra is one thing. But when they bring out a more powerful attack team character in promos, that's when there's a problem. And I'll talk about it in bigger depth, like I say in a video. But what happens is it creates the need to make that character not as strong by Scopely eventually, you know, in terms of like they will want to try and counter him in the future. And they'll do that through promo characters. It doesn't actually matter how they do that. If they do that through promo characters, or they do that through free-to-play, it doesn't matter. Those characters are going to exist. And free-to-play have attack team characters that aren't going to be able to beat, barely beating the current characters, let alone like the next wave of defense team characters that have to stand up against Shane and other attack team characters that are no doubt on the way. So that's the issue I have. That's the issue I have. And this is where because there's really bad accessibility to characters outside the Gold Mythic Wheel. It has the potential to kind of just have big impact, honestly. Negative impact, but we'll see. But I'll Nostradamus a video like this could potentially happen in the future if we're not careful, sort of thing. I mean, it's more that it has happened in the past, so yeah. What's up, Richard? Welcome to the stream. If it ain't Faction SR, I sit out. Too boring. I mean, I do it for League, because I don't want to get relegated, although I don't mind. I mean, coins don't mean as much now, so I don't really care. But I would do it for League positioning, that's about it. Like the Solo Leagues one. So like right now I'm in 53rd. I mean, that's not too bad. I'll still get like 35k at the moment. I mean, I'll just try and complete it. You get some trainers. It's actually a reasonable amount of trainers, to be fair. It's reasonable. It's not terrible, but yeah, you know, it keeps it ticking over. You're exchanging cans, SR cans for trainers, potentially, you know, effectively. And I guess there'll be also like placement rewards that are trainers. Yeah. So like if you come, you get a couple of trainers, nothing crazy here, but yeah, the rank rewards are terrible. The milestones are a little bit better. Nora is annoying to deal with because of all the HP she has. Yeah, but I mean, like, if she's got a 60% chance to proc weapons, and the fact you have to hit her multiple times, like for instance, my Georgia has to hit her twice to kill her, right? She's with her signature move. She's powerful, and that's with a bit of bonus HP. If she's got a reflect mod, she's got 2 chances to reflect. You know, if she's got other stuff that she's got like multiple chances to stop my character from obliterating her. 60% here, 20% here, you know, like, just like, you know, it makes it hard. Is Shane coming when Jeremiah ends? Yeah, pretty much. What's up, Logan? Welcome to the stream. What's up, Daylight? When they make an attack character, they need to make a defense character to counter them, but they make them a little bit too strong. If they may have to make an attack character, but they strong. Yeah, but it's more like, what do people who don't have that attack team character do in the meantime? You know, if they bring out like a next level defense team to counter Shane, how am I meant to attack that without Shane? You know, Shane's just gonna have a little bit of a harder time at it because that's the idea, right? But you know, I think the majority of people are still using Trader, right? Just because they have to. The only other leader that free-to-play could potentially use on attack is Negan from the beginning of Conquest. So like they haven't done a lot for free-to-play when it comes to that sort of thing. But like Trader's gonna like remain the meta for a while, I think, just because he's so accessible. When is the information for the next Battle Pass coming out? Next week. There is a delay on the Battle Pass. I'm guessing because the Battle Passes last exactly 4 weeks. After a couple of months, it basically like goes to like the middle of the month, and they want to keep it like near the end or the beginning of the month, basically. I'm on holiday in Cyprus right now. Nice. I think I've been to Cyprus. No, I haven't. I went to Crete. Shouldn't Lily or Georgia be able to nuke Nor? Yeah, but they can get reflected. They can get hit because they're multi-hit characters. They'll get hit by the 60% weapon that she'll be holding. You have 50% chance to absolute defense or 60% chance to stun. Like, this is what I say, and this is the issue. I haven't spent any ultra yet, so you will be at like 120k or so, right? I have 100k ultra mythic tokens saved up. Nice when you look at that. Nice. It's like, I think it's 180k to give yourself a really decent chance of getting all 5. Like, I wouldn't pull before having 180k, and I wouldn't even pull. I honestly, I wouldn't pull until you had like 240. So like guaranteed 4 pities, and you've got a really good chance on 24 pulls to get one at 14.5%. It was my birthday yesterday. Treated myself with a new tattoo. Nice. What did you get? Tattoo of a chicken. When you make a video talking about the Battle Pass, is worth it? Yeah, I mean, sure, as soon as the information comes out next week, I'll look at it. Battle Passes have, like, in my mind, kind of fallen off a little bit when it comes to, like, hype. They used to be mad hype. They used to be one of the most hype things in the game. And now it's just kind of like, eh. Like, sure, the character can be hype, but the Battle Pass itself is just kind of just, like, not that big a deal. I think it's the way they do things. Like before, they used to hide the weapon, so they used to build it up a bit. There's no build up, man. I have said this in the past though. Like Scopely have no they have no hype, man. No one knows how to do hype at Scopely. That's for sure. There's no build up, and then when they try, it's just so lame. It's just so lame. It's just like, okay. The only time they did hype right was, I'm pretty sure, by accident. And that was with NWO. And I keep saying, like, just do that with every Mythic trial. Make a preview video looking at, oh damn, my wrist is completely packed. Looking, like, showcasing the art of the characters. That brought so much hype. I've never seen hype within the community about characters that are coming, people talking about the potential, all this. The only time I ever saw that was like a little bit with Wanderer in the last one. And that's just because they just showed his art and didn't say much else. You know, but what do I know, man? What do I know? What do I know? And that was honestly fun to make content around, trying to predict what they could potentially be based on their art, seeing people doing the same thing in my videos. Yeah. So yeah, we need to do 3 more pulls on this wheel eventually in this stream, guys. We'll do it in a little bit. I've got like a pull and a half right now. I might have to buy an offer. I've got a little bit of money, so I could buy a little small offer to get, like, I think I need to get 1 or 2 pulls. I think there's like a nice offer up right now. Is it this one? This looks like a decent offer, so if I needed to buy an offer, I'd buy this one. And I can buy it twice if I need to, because it's on the web portal as well. So if I really need to, I could buy that twice. We'll see. Actually, I'll just open my tickets right now because I've got tickets. We've got advanced. And what I'll do is I'll open one, because if I get the big pool straight away, I don't need to open the others like as a priority just yet. So we'll see what we can get here. See what we can get. 1K is the minimum, then 10K, then 100K. So we'll pull it. We'll pull the other. We'll pull the other two. No, we'll pull one more. Because again, if we get the big one here, okay, we're gonna get 1K again, and then this will basically take me to half a pull. If I get 1K again. 1K again. So I'm at like 1.5 pulls right now, I think. It doesn't tell me my tokens here. I think I'm at 1,500. Or maybe 1,600 actually. 1,600. Where is it? Right, well, sorry, 16,000. Yeah. 1.6 pulls. 1.6 pulls. Do I have 250 gilded bits? I don't think I do I? I got 25. I mean, I've got a bunch of characters to sell. I just haven't bothered selling them. I've probably got like 100 gold mythics that I haven't sold yet. Like at least. Sad to say, Shane is needed. I have almost gold tier defense for war. I can't beat myself. Yeah, this is it, innit? This is it. We're in a defense meta right now for sure. The defense characters that have been coming out most recently are obviously the most powerful characters in the game. Like I think I'm gonna be pretty harsh and say like NWO was an overall failure, the Telltale attack team was an overall failure, and Outlander's attack team was an overall failure. You know, I can't use those teams as attack teams. It just doesn't work. I can maybe use like 2 of those characters as a combo as part of my team. That's about it, you know. I can use Titan and Trader in the same team and it's pretty strong. But I can't use the entire team. That entire team doesn't counter like a particular defense team, and that's honestly a letdown for me personally. That would be what would be great. Like if they brought out a Mythic Trial to fully counter like the Peacekeeper defense team, that would have been great. And they sort of did that with, they tried to do that with Telltale, but the problem they did is just like, it's kind of too flimsy. It's kind of too flimsy. And again, it's easier to like not use Telltale and use other people in camo, just because of how Kenny works. It is what it is, but you know, what can you do? I got Georgia LB3. Any ideas for her? I kind of built her like old school S-class prayer, just really attack based. Nuke City, you know, absolutely wreckage. How did you get 63,000? I should be on like 120,000. I spent 6. I did. No, actually, did I do 6? Yeah, I did 6 for Rosie. I did 6. What's up, Brian? Welcome to the stream. It's a symbol Norse mythology. Oh, okay. On my chest. A big one. Damn. 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 I've thought about getting tattoos before, but I'd have to be really happy with what I was going to get. You know? I think I told this story on my stream once before. I still have this in my head. Like, so shout out to this guy, whoever he was. I was at a party once when I was younger. I was like, I don't even think I was a teenager at the time, and there was a bunch of us, my relatives, because it was a party run by my uncle, and there was a lot of relatives there, but there was also like a lot of other people that like people knew basically. Oh, is this gonna hurt me? Like, I can't remember if this scales, like the explosion. The burn's been turned down a little bit because Jesus. Anyway, So I was at a party, and then we were going around as a group, just this group of boys, young boys, like between the ages of like 7 and 9, just messing around, you know, as kids do. And then we went to the bathroom, you know, because we need, you know, got to go for a pee break. And then a guy walks in, and he sees us, like, and then he like he was a little bit drunk, and he wanted to give us a little bit of like advice, like, you know how drunk people get sometimes. But honestly, it actually hit home. It actually hit home because it was so extreme. Like he said, like he talked to us about getting tattoos, and he just said, "Look at this," and he turned around, took off his shirt, and he had this massive scorpion tattoo. Like literally, the entirety of his back was a scorpion. It, like, thinking back, it was kind of cool. And then he just said, "I regret this tattoo. Like I liked it at the time, and I regret it now." And that kind of stuck with me. Like he said, don't get a tattoo unless you're 100% sure. So I pretty much never got a tattoo because of that, just because I'm not 100% sure. You know, I'd sooner get a piercing because they can heal. You know. What's up, Merich? Welcome to the stream. It's going alright. It's going alright until I can't complain. I'm having a hard time doing challenge run. Any suggestions? Which one? Which one? I think it's generally like burn teams for tough, bleed teams for fast will always get you through. Like bleed plus survivability, so you can just survive. For strong, you want to do like teams with guardian shields, like Michonne 2K. Bodyguards, stun on attacks, you know, that sort of thing. And then alert, you need control. That's about control. That's how I kind of see each one being. So the control is like Diamond, Carl, these characters are really good control characters, and then you can nuke. You can nuke with Kenny. You can pretty much be your only damage dealer. I'm going full Norse mythology and a few other fun things. Yeah, I mean, if that's what if that's what you're interested in, that's fine. I'm not trying to put you off. I'm just saying why I did do this stuff. Just because, like, I've got something in my mind that I'd like, but I think I probably would have, you know, get this if I was fully committed to getting a tattoo. This is what I would get. But yeah. Yeah, no worries. You can also do like a kind of fast AP team. If you have that Whisperer weapon, you can make Lydia rush turn 2. Molly's good for fast. I think fast got massively buffed. They've had like Clem, Molly as like a control character. When she hits a crit, she'll stun somebody potentially, and then you have someone who just constantly revives. I think that team did get a buff because originally you were having to like tank the first wave of attacks with just like your entire team. You could maybe take out one on turn 1, but otherwise nah. Zachary's it though. You're relying on Zachary. Maybe Shiva as well. You could double down the bleed on someone so they're definitely dead turn 1. All you have to do in challenge run is just survive, right? And you're not talking about tournament run. Tournament run's a little bit different, but yeah, I don't think many people do that. Thank you for the likes on the stream so far, guys. We are in the double digits. If you haven't hit the like button already, would appreciate the spammage. Anyone else ever have a full-grown dog act like a baby, throw their body into, forget they're grown and dog? Yeah. I see it on. I see stuff on like this on Reddit all the time. Like someone does a video and they're like, when they were a puppy and the puppy like would jump up on their lap while they're on the sofa and just like lay across their lap, and they're like little tiny puppies, and the owner like was just some like elderly woman, and it was just like, oh yeah, this is great. And then it's like when they're a grown dog and it's literally the dog's bigger than the woman, and they do exactly the same thing. They jump up on the sofa and just like lie across the woman, and she's just like kind of like you know, like dogs don't realize this stuff unless you just tell them. Like you have to I think you have to enforce like You have to be very, very like commanding with dogs, right? If they do something you don't want them to do, you have to tell them, because they will know. Dogs are smart. They know when they're getting like scolded. If you say no sternly, they know. They know they've done something wrong. And if you consistently say it when they're doing like the same thing over and over again, even if they're like having fun, they'll know. That's how dogs work, right? I've seen dogs like the best one I've seen of dogs. Honestly, it's so great. Where like there'll be like 4 dogs, and then like there's like food all over the floor because one of the dogs has ripped it out, and 3 of the dogs are just looking at the owner like wagging their tail, and then the other dog's like got its head down, not wagging the tail, just like and it's like proper guilty because it knows, it thinks the owner's like a genius. It thinks the owner's like all seeing. You know, it sees everything, so it thinks the owner already knows it's guilty, and it already feels bad. You know, dogs are hilarious like that. Use Clem, Leeds, Lydia, Isabel, Molly, Zach. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's a pretty decent one. Absolute defense weapons, as many of those as everywhere. Remember, it's just about surviving, clearing the wave. Survive, clear the wave. Survive, clear the wave. Just get Zachary's damage as high as possible and forget everything else. Just get that bleed as prime as possible. You don't know what it feels like. I mean, I've had relatives with dogs that I've stayed with for weeks, so I kind of know. But like I say, you just gotta be commanding with dogs, right? You are the leader for a dog. The dog looks at you as like the leader. So if you're not telling it to do things a certain way, then they will continue to do the thing that is annoying. Like basically, you need to treat a dog like a dog. Like, tell them what to do. People that don't go around big dogs, they don't know what it feels like. Oh no, 100%, they're massive. They're massive. I mean, I'm a big guy, but I've had big dogs like jump up, you know, try to get your attention, but then they get like told off by the owners, and it's like, well, I'm not sure it's called like negative. Is it positive? I'm not sure. Like, you're negatively enforcing something that you don't want them to do, and then you positively enforce things that you do want them to do, right? Something like that. So if they do something that's bad, you say, no, this is no. And then you say their name, like, you get into the routine of making them know. You know? And if they do something good, you're like, good boy. Good boy. You know, like, everyone knows this, isn't it? Everyone knows it. Everyone knows this. Dogs are like really simple in terms of how to make them like happy and understand what they should and shouldn't do. It's just whether you do it or not, I think. Some dogs can obviously not be that way. But yeah. There's a dog that I actually want to get. I've seen some footage of it over the last like months and years. But it's meant to be like extremely energetic, and I just wouldn't want to put a dog through that if I wasn't able to like walk it like 3 times a day. And yeah, it's a Belgian dog. I'm not like Malinois or something like that. It's like a German Shepherd, but it's a Belgian something. It begins with M. And they're meant to be like just blitzkrieg dogs, basically. Basically. And we'll come back to SR. Okay, I don't think I've done the daily MRE roadmap, so we'll do that. There we go. Get these done. I don't want to miss out on too many of these. I don't think I missed any. If I miss too many, I have to get another milestone in war. So like, yeah. Got 2 50-pound pit bulls. Yeah, dogs having friends is nice. I've yet to meet a dog that has more energy than me when I choose to. That's the thing, most folks don't treat a dog like a pet. They want to be friends. It's not mean. Discipline is priority. Yeah, 100%. Especially with dogs. You have to be disciplined. Like, the dog looks at you as the alpha anyway. That's why it looks at you. It should look at you as the alpha anyway. So it kind of dogs desire leadership as well, and they would actually be your friend more if you give them what they want, which is direction, you know, because they'll be like they'll be more loving with you in terms of like they'll cuddle up to you more because you're part of the like you're like their family. That's just how, like, there's really good videos on YouTube about like how dog hierarchy systems work, in terms of how to like treat your pet as if you're in a hierarchy system is the best way to raise a dog, just because it kind of desires that, and it would feel more like naturally like happy that way. The little chihuahua in your purse, like from what I understand, those purses must absolutely stink because they're basically just going to the bathroom in the purse, you know. So that's just disgusting, honestly. A dog thinks of you as part of the pack. If they start to question your leadership, though, they want to be a leader and think you should bow down to them. Exactly. And that comes from lack of discipline. If a dog's not getting disciplined by you, it doesn't think you're the alpha. It's actually cooler today, but I've got the fan in the background just to keep the air circulating, you know. I think there was a little bit of a rainstorm earlier. Are you going to do a team build for Unmod for Georgia since you got her? I mean, I can, but I don't generally do that stuff for characters that are premier characters, just because in terms of like characters that are not accessible, not as many people are going to be interested in that, because not as many people are going to have the character. Like, I've made guides on characters that people don't have access to before, and they bomb. Like, I mean, they absolutely bomb. But eventually they could potentially get there. For instance, like, you remember Magna in the S-Class era? I made a guide on her when she came out. And I think I got 700 views in the first 48 hours. Which is, honestly, for my channel, is like horrendous. It's horrendous. And then it was like slowly getting like 1 or 2 views a day after that, you know? So it's really slow. And then suddenly she became free to play, and I can look at the analytics and it literally just like, it just massively rises. So I'd probably better time it for something else in the future, but I don't think George is ever becoming free to play, right? So, but yeah, I mean, if you want to know how I built my Georgia, just go back to my my S-Class Priya video. I just did it exactly the same. The day after any team build video, they'll release a team breaker. I mean, George is countered already. She's actually a pretty good character to like for the meta, but unfortunately her accessibility is low, you know? She's a character that has some counters in the game already, but she's powerful and counters some things in the game as well. So she's quite balanced all round. My uncle's dog thought that once. He got his butt kicked back in his place. I mean, yeah, it's just, yeah, like I say, discipline. I haven't pulled a Georgia or Jeremiah, all pitties. Yikes. How many pulls have you done? Belgium, man. Yeah, that's it, is what I meant. Yeah. It's the Ferrari of dogs, trained with lots of them. I used to do for, yeah. That is the, I mean, when you say Ferrari, I wouldn't necessarily say Ferrari. I'd say it's more like, what's you know when they go to the salt flats and they try and beat the land speed record. It's one of those vehicles. It isn't about like looks. It isn't about like style. It is literally about how fast I can get from point 1 to point 2. No matter how like what's in the way, it'll be a straight line most of the time. And they seem really cool dogs. They're like, but I wouldn't want to make a dog unhappy by not having like the kind of like lifestyle that it would want, you know. But that would be a cool dog to have. I like that dog. 24 Jeremiah, 12 Georgia. Yikes. Yikers. And only pitties. I mean, on average, you should have had 3. You should, every 12 you should roughly get one. I just watched Tech's video. I thought he was out of tokens after Jeremiah. Yeah, but you know, Tex can get more tokens, guys. You know, everyone can get more tokens. I'm gonna be getting more tokens. I need to get 2 pulls today. Actually, no, I don't. I need a pull and a half. So I think I need to spend $20. Hopefully, there's a decent $5 off on the web portal. If I spend $20, the current like event gives me 5k, and I can buy 1 pull. They jump like a kangaroo, and alligator jaws. Only dog that's ever bruised me through bite suits. Yeah. But they also probably don't like hold back ever. They're properly like, yeah. But I've heard like with all this, with what you just said, I've heard they're like really nice dogs. You know, they're just way too energetic. And they can be the kind of dog that kind of bump into things and people without realizing they're like doing it and the power they've got. I don't know, it's just one of the ones that I thought would be really cool. But yeah, like I say, most likely not. No worries, mini baker lads. Take care, man. Take care. Okay. Okay, so after this, I'm going to open my combat mods. I don't think I've got many combat mods this week. But I've been having reasonable luck in the last couple of weeks, like getting a decent mod, and then obviously it being like rolls going pretty good, you know? This has happened a couple of times, which is nice. Feels good. Most owners will crate or kennel them. Yeah. See, if I wanted to get a dog like that, I'd want to create like an assault course in my back garden. You know? With where they can have access to this assault course to do it as often and as many times as they want, just to like burn themselves out. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think I've got the facilities to have a dog like that. Assault course, yeah, you know, like multiple things and multiple ways to get through each section, so it can decide what it wants to do each time. It'd be kind of interesting to see, like, does it decide to do the same thing after it's decided that's the fastest route or the easiest, or interesting, like for science. That part would be interesting. Or would it be like trying to do different things for fun? Have I done? Oh, I didn't do it. Okay, I just haven't bothered this week. Last week I think I got 100 coins. I'm not going to bother this week. Lock misspelt Onslaught. I've never thought Onslaught was Onslaught. I thought Onslaught was pretty chill. I was fine with Onslaught. I think Onslaught was better than War, personally, in terms of what I want out of the game. In most games, their war system is like Onslaught, where it's about winning or losing your attack. That's the most important thing, and it's more strategy based. War is not strategy based. If you lose 10 attacks in a row, it has little impact. Little impact. Move on, do 10 more attacks. You know, there are some people who war for like 20 hours, which is like ridiculous. I think war expectation is crazy. But Onslaught expectation is balanced. It's exactly what other games have for their war systems, where it only requires you to do a certain amount of attacks. It's like 20. So that's actually pretty decent. As a faction, someone has to, like a few people have to be very, very in. And then like in the Onslaughts I've done, sometimes I was the guy who hit like 80 attacks. It really depends what I was doing that weekend or not, you know? I just like the fact that I had the option to do it or not, which was nice. That's my thoughts anyway. Hey, what's up, Bretlands? Welcome to the stream. I've got the best dog there. I have an Australian Shepherd. I think what I want to get is like a husky style dog. But again, that's another work dog. Again, it's like it needs to get. I mean, all dogs need to be walked. I'm not saying I wouldn't want to walk my dog. It's just I don't want the dog to be unhappy if I'm not like doing enough. I don't think that's why I haven't got one. Simple. I'm more looking into getting like a fish tank. That seems to be my level of pet at the moment. And it's like nice to look at. Reasonably, what I like to do when I had fish tanks before was I had a really big fish tank and I just had a few guppies, so they had a massive area just to themselves. And in my mind, I thought this was kind of like a luxury compared to like what guppies normally have, which is like a small tank shared with other fish, and it probably isn't that great. Whereas this was like a massive tank just for some guppies, and they seem to be having fun. You know, I built like reeds, like plastic reeds that would come down from the top of the water. And they play in the reeds with each other, like chasing each other through the reeds. It was really fun to watch. Like, that's what I want to have when I have an animal, like an animal that's enjoying their life. And I wouldn't want to have otherwise. Okay, Shane's in the game. Okay. I haven't seen anyone except Zenith like really come up with an idea why there's this Ballroom 7. But I know the 7 part is to do with 7th anniversary, but I'm not sure what they're like. The whole like going through the door or the fact that it's a ballroom or anything like that has to do, like, what's that referencing? Is that a movie? Is this something from, you know, The Walking Dead? Like, I know in Rick's one, this one, look, this is to do with 7 the movie, right? This is the whole like what's inside the box, the whole deal with 7 the movie. So I get the reference there. I'm just not getting the reference on the other one at all. Australian Shepherd though, I've never heard of an Australian Shepherd. I'm gonna sneeze. Okay. I went to the zoo once and the only animal there was a dog. It was a Shih Tzu. Okay, that's interesting. If Shane is off duty, he's probably doing a side job at the nightclub depending on the time. Yeah, okay. I don't really like that, but okay. Okay, buddy. Okay. Okay, let's open some mods. Mods. Let's open some mods. Max. Ting. Open these crates. What should give me like the 10,000 and the 100,000 here? It better not give me any 10,000s or 100,000s. It better not. Better not. Good. That's good. That's good. We want crap. We want crap. Open that. Open that. Open that. We've still got some boils of water. Okay. Open these. Open that. Okay, we're onto the mods. We've got a few, it seems. We've got at least 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. 9 plats. I think these 3 are from like raid or something. Faction raid that just happened. Any guesses? Any guesses? I just want one good mod. I'd like you know what I'd like? I'd like crit multiplier on crit and get good rolls. All of mine are like 50%. And I think it can go up to like 65 or like 70. So I'd like a 60% roll on one of those. But obviously I have to get the crit multiplier on crit set first. Death on attack set. Attack on attack. I mean, I don't mind getting attack on attack, but it all comes down to the roll, right? I've got a couple already and they're all at like 19s and 18%. If I get a 23% roll, I'm happy. I'm happy. Are they all random mods? Okay, they're all random mods, so it could be whatever. Also, any attack versus on the right things. Attack versus on attack and crit. Defense versus on HP and defense. Those are what I want. Because I need to get good rolls there as well. Those make quite a big difference. Okay, bleed is not going to be that big a deal. HP on HP, okay. Next out. Exhaust resist on HP. There aren't too many defense team characters that have unnatural AP gain, except for Sebastian. And I have a Paragon mod on him, so... Okay, that's not too bad. Defense while disarmed on defense. Disarm is not really used at the moment, but if it was heavy meta, or if there was a tower that came in that had disarm, this mod would be actually pretty good. Next out. Main resist on crit. Not really a big deal. Next out. Reflect on defense. If you're going to get reflect, I guess defense or HP would be where you want it. Attack down or resist on defense. Not many uses for attack down resist, especially on defense set. Attack against alert. What's up, Shani? Welcome to the stream. Another one. 2. Defense versus disarm on defense again. That's interesting. Alright. Next out. Attack while impaired on a HP set. Not really utilized that much, honestly. I think there could potentially be some cool ways you could make a character be a good attack while impaired character. Like, imagine you made their signature move do damage, but their rush do no damage as an attack character. So it'd actually be beneficial that they got impaired because they just get better attack. But yeah, anyway, and next out, disarm resist on HP. If you disarm like related mods, I didn't get any like top tier ones, but we got a couple of decent combos to be fair. I'm gonna roll out those defense versus ones just to see if we get like some decent numbers. Let's see. What was it? Wait, what was it? Defense. Okay. So the ones I've got already are like 100 and 109. We've got 2 new ones. So I'll roll them. The first percentage has to be quite high. Like I've got another one that I stopped rolling at 7. So if it's low, I just won't roll again. Okay, we'll see what we get in the second one. Okay. It's looking pretty decent. Yeah, this is good. It's already 100% with one more roll. So, I think the highest I saw was 112. So we need 10% or higher to equal that. Or like 10.5% or higher to beat that, sorry. But if we get a big like 25% or something, we're looking at a pretty reasonably heavy mod here. It's not bad. 118%. It's the highest one I've got. So that's not too bad. Anything over 100% I think is decent. Okay, next up. Sorry, I'm addicted to this song right now, guys. It's such an addictive song. Okay, 13%. I've actually got a good roll. Again, over 100%, not too bad. I can't really complain. Those 2 mods came out like okay. They came out okay. I can't complain too much. You want me to play the song? I can only play it for like 5-10 seconds. Is that what it's called? Oh, I can't remember what it's called. There it is. Okay, one sec, guys. I'll find a bit of the song that's actually like what I've really addicted to. My desktop's muted, so you won't be able to hear what I'm listening to right now. I'll play the first like 5 seconds first. I'll play the first 5 seconds. Let me mute my RTS one sec. RTS. Okay, RTS muted. Anyone know this song? You ready? Like, if you don't know it from that, then you don't know it. Okay, let me find the right part of the song that's like, it's so good. I actually found it really quickly. I'm gonna get copyrighted for this, I can feel it. Okay, here it comes, guys. Here it comes. You ready? I like that song so much. This is a really hidden gem, honestly. It's called Ghostwriter by RJD2, but it's like it's using it as an outro song, I think, by like a popular YouTuber. It's used by like this person from Team Optic called Hex as their outro song. That tune, that beat, you know, that dun, 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 I just get stuck in my head so much. We're back in RTS. We're back. We've got some rewards. Okay, yeah. Overflow. Okay, I can actually just go and buy the offers now, I guess. I'm gonna just quickly buy the offers. I need to spend $20. And I think the offer I'm going to buy is 15, so hopefully they've got like good $5 offers. I don't think they generally do. Oh, I didn't take today's daily crate. Yeah, that would be important. Take the daily crate. And I got a $5 gold mythic pack, I guess that I'll have to buy that. Okay. I'm gonna buy this offer here. You guys can't see what's going on now? Good. It's like bring up all my account information. Thank you for your payment. Yeah. And I need to spend $5 more. And it was this offer right here, right? Okay. Am I pulling for Shane on stream? I probably would pull for Shane later on in his promo if I was to pull at all. Yeah. Okay, so I got the advanced tokens I needed. So let's get a Paragon mods. Okay. So we're gonna get this offer. I think this offer is pretty good. It's $15. This offer for a new player is so powerful. Like 25 silver mythics is nuts. The rest is okay. Like this crate here is quite important for me. There's only one of these, unfortunately, and only one blowtorch for some reason. It's kind of weird. But we get this. We got it mainly for this. The rest is just like extras. And then I also bought this offer because I need to spend $5 more, and for $5 this was okay. 3 SP trainers. This is pretty decent for $5. 25 bennies, so on and so forth. Another 10 silvers. Again, I don't need the silvers, so some of these things aren't useful for me, but when I bought that $5 offer, so I could get that for free, because this was from the milestones. It says you received the following milestone. So it's another half pull, so that's 3 pulls. And I'm going to do 3 pulls on the Jeremiah wheel right now. In 3 pulls I get a Paragon mod. Right? In 3 pulls I get a Paragon mod. So it's worth. Totally worth. So all round it's cost me $20. And I got all the stuff you just saw. Plus I'm going to get whatever I get from the pulls. Plus I'm going to get a Paragon mod. That seems reasonable. I'll pull on Cliff. No, actually Cliff wasn't giving me too much luck. I pulled on Cliff in the last one. It was like, Cliff, buddy, what you doing, buddy? We'll put on Ash. Pink hair luck. Let's go. Ash. Ash. It's gonna be a tie. Pink hair gives me red hair. Is that how it goes? Is that how it goes? We'll pull straight away. Oh, we pulled between Jeremiah and Lily. That could be the lucky spot. Just started to move. Just started to move. Is it the lucky spot? Oh no. Okay, never mind. Got baited a little bit. Posture is a little bit like his. A little bit. Pull between Trader and Raulito. Yeah, I did it. Just as it started to move. Okay, last pull needed for the Paragon mods. This is basically a bonus pull. Do we get a Jeremiah? No. I got Claudio though. Okay. Okay. I will say my Jeremiah pulls have been trash. Trash. 15 pulls and no Jeremiah on the pulls. Feels bad. I definitely should be like odds on at that point. But the more important part is that stat-based Paragon mods. We'll pick that up and we'll roll this out. We'll see what we can get. I'd want a more defensive one. I want HP on defense or defense on HP. That's primarily what I want. Anyone have any guesses what I'm gonna get? It could be any set and any stat. So it's like a stat-based mods. Come on, ×5. I wish. That would have been cool. That would have been really great. Lock as a typical YouTuber. If someone donates this amount, I'll do pulls tonight. I mean, yeah, sure. If someone wants to donate more, I'll pull more on Jeremiah. But I'm not going to be spending any more money for Jeremiah. I haven't got any more pulls. But if someone wants to go to the Streamlabs link in my in my description. I've got no idea how much these pulls cost though, to be honest. Attack. No, it can't be attack versus blue. It is a stat mod, so it's going to be like attack on attack, attack on crit set, attack on HP, attack on defense or HP or crit on those same sets. You know? It's the normal sets, all 4 sets, but it's just attack, HP, defense, and crit chance. Those are the only ones. Okay, we're going to open it. We're going to open it. You ready? Deep breath. Defense on HP or HP on defense. That's what I want. It's a 2 out of 12 chance. HP on attack. And you know, there might be like the odd character that needs HP on attack, like as actual a set bonus as well. But obviously, I can use this offset. But I just want HP on defense or defense on HP. Too much to ask. Too much to ask. I think on my RNG mods so far, I've got more bad ones than good ones. So I have got some good ones, like I've got HP on HP, for instance. I don't think I've actually applied that to anybody, the HP on HP. Yeah, the HP on HP is sitting there. I should just apply that to somebody, to be honest. I should just put that on somebody. But I've got a lot of like HP on defense and defense. I've got a lot of HP on HP and defense on defense. For sure, in the next World Champions, if they do the mods again, I'm definitely going to be taking like HP on defense and defense on HP. Definitely. Like 100%. Would William use that? I think I have him already with one. Like he might actually already have one. I've got a few of them. Green. I've got a few of them. Okay, he's got defense set. So, I mean, how much defense would I lose? His base defense 31969. 31. So he loses 400 defense. How much HP will he gain? 32615. I mean, he gains 2,000. I guess it's a good idea. Let me see who's using HP on HP for me. I just replaced it straight away. I think most people's like go-to on HP. I don't use HP on. Like for instance, like Peacekeeper, I don't use HP set on. And Nor, I don't use HP set on. Now, what are we looking for? Equipped. HP on HP. I should have quite a few equipped. You know, I've got a load equipped. It's a shame when I click on this, it doesn't tell me who it's on. I have to click go. Go gadget. Okay, no. Sheer Fang. Okay, about her. Mike. I mean, someone who's got the big one should be like the important one, I guess. So we can put on him. Actually, you know who should have it? Oh, he's probably already got one. Actually, this is probably Davey. Okay, it's Eris. So Davey's not wearing one. Well, Davey is. Unless this is Davey. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Let me just check, like Wangfa. I've got to make a new defense, guys. Got to make a new defense. You're going to be seeing S-class characters again. You know? Mercer leaders, that sort of thing. Just remember how to deal with Mercer lead, guys, if you really need to. The way to deal with Mercer lead is Isabel. Because she can't be stunned and she has anti-stun on her signature move. So that's how you deal with Mercer. If you start coming up against Mercers. Okay, I've got defense on him. I think because I've got so many HP leaders, I'm primarily using defense set mods rather than HP set mods. Is she not modded? Like straight up, my Angel's not modded. Her stats are like pretty decent, 60k, 40k. That's pretty funny though. That's weird that she's not modded. We'll give her some mods. What does she actually need? What's the one that she needs? Is it exhaust or trauma? Right, she needs trauma. And then we can go for these. And she just needs stats because of the rest of her kit. Okay, there we go. Let me just upgrade this. Tips on countering Nor. Infection. Michelle count. Oh, that's nice. 12.5%. Michelle counters her quite well. 500% infection, 100% HP reduction, heal reduction. Sorry. Even if the heal reduction doesn't land, she can't out heal the infection in 3 turns. So, like, it counters her. So Michelle's good. Disarm and nuke. Normalize, so no bonus HP. From her at least. Other characters can obviously give bonus HP, but if you normalize her, no bonus HP. Heal reduction, no bonus HP. I'd say disarm is the thing, and we don't have any like disarms. So I mean, maybe we'll get one in the next battle pass. And then maybe there is one on Horizon, because it has been a long time. The last disarm we got was Christmas, and it was not a very good character. What's his name? Where is he? Gregory Grouch. Not the best. Not the best. And then before that it was Rosita, right? Which was last anniversary, so a year ago. I was right from the start about Christmas Carol being useful. This is why I say collect everything you can. You never know when a tune or weapon will come around and be useful. Everyone trash Carol nowadays, so camouflage is quite useful. I mean, she was a terrible character, and when people had William and her, the only thing she offered that William didn't was camo, and there was no utility for camo. I mean, I got her LB3 because I always get the character LB3, but I don't ever go, oh, the character's bad, I'm not going to get them. But to think the character was good at the time, she was terrible at the time. You know, there's a way that potentially one day Gregory Grouch becomes useful, but I don't know. I can't think of how that could be. But that doesn't mean he hasn't been terrible this entire time. In the meantime. To be fair, you know? To be fair. What's up, Reborn? What does camo do for raids? It stops you from taking payback damage, except the person who does the attack. But if the person who does the attack can't be reflected, so for instance, Arav and Kenny, then nobody takes payback damage, and you can just nuke teams with payback in it with camo on your team. I've got Dexter 17 times, what, just in general? Will he give you I think he kind of got done with the limit breaks. Like, the percentage increase he had with his main was just too low, like 3% increase. Yeah, it can also work with a Guardian Shield. So, for instance, if you've got someone like, what's her name? Easter Eva, and then you have camo on your team, you can just rush Peacekeeper and have no reflect from payback. But you have to kill him. If you don't kill him, then payback and bide will happen against Eva. One will take out the Guardian Shield and the other one will kill her. So, slightly different situation there. Just a slightly different situation. Just slightly. Just a bit slightly. Doesn't Wanderer also give camo? Why not use him? One was a free-to-play Christmas character, the other one was an advanced mythic promo that you had to spend for. You couldn't get Wanderer for free unless you got lucky. There was no way of doing it. because we only had like five pulls for free at the time. So anyone who pulled on Wanderer Will for free and didn't get him has got like one Wanderer as an avatar right now, and didn't get to pull for Georgia. I held back to pull for Georgia. You know, not particularly for Georgia, but like for a future character. Like right now, after doing all these pulls, I just got loads of stuff for Jeremiah and Georgia. I'm gonna save my tokens for another like 3-4 months, and hopefully get enough by sometime during not the next mythic trial, but probably the mythic trial after that, to get a character from that. Who would you say is the best team for raid in your opinion? Depends on like a lot of different factors. Like your weapons make a big difference. A lot of factors. I don't think there's a one team that can be everything. That's like it's always better to slightly change up your teams better than based on the defense team. So for instance, like one of my teams is a bit more old school. I don't use as much nowadays, but I always bring it out against Priya teams because it obliterates Priya teams, because I built it during the Priya meta for Priya. It just happened to be really good against other teams as well. But now my other teams, I've made other teams for like the evolving Rick defense team or like Pam defense teams, which that old team won't do as well against. Arav could also be used to neat Peacekeeper if other teammates have camo, or does... Yeah, I mean, I said that. Arav and Kenny are though too. Theoretically, so can Sandy, but it's like a percentage-based chance, and she'll probably have to multi-hit, which is not what you want. Whereas Kenny's guaranteed, and generally one-shots. And Arav is guaranteed, and I would assume generally one shots just because he does straight damage. I mean Arav, yeah, I figured. Isn't Easter Eva good versus Peacekeeper? She was, yeah, she was, but you're gonna see people using Jeremiah with with Peacekeeper now, and that's gonna make him less useful. Sorry, that's gonna make Easter Eva less useful because Jeremiah counters Easter Eva. Basically, like if you watch my Easter Eva guide, I go over what she can do and I show gameplay of her beating Peacekeeper, and I even show you like I killed Peacekeeper and Amani turn 1. And that's what she's good at, taking out tanks early. But now, Jeremiah keeps tanks alive early. Or like, yeah, well, early, to be honest. So it's tough. It's tough. This defense team got another buff with Jeremiah, which I don't think was really required, honestly, but anyway. I also made that like 60-second clip of Easter Eva, the tank killer. Were you part of the 5-star era? Yeah, I played every era so far. Shane OP, very nice. Marcos. Every time, bro. Every time. I'm gonna time you out today, bro. Because I warn you every time you come on my stream. My stream isn't you just come in, block capitals, try and take over the stream with what you're saying. So you've got a 5-minute timeout. You think about your ways. If you continue to do this, Marcos, I'm just going to ban you on my channel. Just be aware. The Mythic era is the best, and I played since day one. Nah, S-Class was better. For sure. Mythic era is going to turn out like the 6-star era, which was the worst. You know? The only difference between Mythic and 6-star is like the game's a bit more evolved now, so there's a bit more like depth to the actual game and how they like give out characters and stuff, whereas in 6-star it was absolutely atrocious. But there's going to be eventually in the next like 6 to 12 months we're going to see this massive gap start opening up between people who spend and people who don't, because there's no way to get these characters from the spent wheels at all. Like, it isn't even about like, I can understand them, what they said with Gold Mythics. It's like, oh, they're going on the Gold Mythic wheel too quickly, blah blah blah. But now they're not even giving any accessibility. You know, you've gone from too good accessibility to no accessibility. That isn't how it. That's gonna be. This is gonna be breaking the game in a couple of months, you know. But I think it's just short-term gains generally. What did he say? He just came in and just typed in block capitals. He does it all the time, and I keep warning him. Doesn't listen, so yeah. You think what? Character acquisition in Mythic's better than S-Class? Like, who are you working towards in Mythic right now? And how are you working towards them? Like, don't try and think of an answer, because you can't answer that question. You can't like say I'm working towards this character and I'm doing this to get them, because there is no way of working towards a character in the Mythic era. We don't even know how to get like Ajax, Michelle, and all this stuff. They don't know how to get these characters. I wouldn't know how, like, the second Jeremiah goes out this wheel, right? I don't know how I can get the other ones I need. Like, when does he come back? There's no info. You know, he will come back, they said, but in S-Class it's much better. You're constantly working towards a character. It may be slow, but every day you can make progression towards a character of your choice. And then when an event comes around which gives cards, you can choose the choice box you want and work towards that character even more. Like, get extra cards. I think S-Class had its problems, but it was mainly on the actual character power rather than the actual progression system. I think Mythic is probably better when it comes to how the gameplay is, but eventually we're going to get to the same situation with S-Class, because it's just that's how this game is designed, you know? It's designed to be self-destructive. It's just the way it is. If only there was other game modes that people would want to buy characters for rather than just war every time, you know? What do you think will be next for RTS? Will Gold Mythic characters keep going or new meta? Also, when RTS dies, will you move to another game? I mean, I'm looking at another game already as like a side game. It is a Walking Dead game. We'll see what happens with it. Hasn't been like released yet. It's an idle game, so it's a little bit different mentality in those games. But we'll see. When you say like Gold Mythic characters will keep going or new meta, do you mean like a new era? I think that would probably be the end of the game, to be honest, if there was a new era. That's why I like looking at these characters and how kind of unbalanced they are compared to what already exists versus what they'd have to bring out to make these characters not, you know, easier to take out. Just makes me think about the long term on the game. But you know. How long until you think gold mythics become obsolete? I mean, if we're in the mythic era, it'll be gold mythics. It'll be gold mythics. It'll be gold mythics. Unless they bring out like a new tier of mythic, you know. They kind of did that with. They've kind of already done it with advanced and ultra. I think they know that if they brought out like a platinum mythic, right? Let's just say, just as a joke, like people would recognize that as a reset, whereas advanced and ultra, people haven't recognized that's a reset, and it is a soft reset. We've already had one because there's a line in the sand where people can't attain characters. That's what a reset is, right? Where the stuff before becomes not as good and the stuff after becomes more powerful, and that's what's happened. So like that's already happened. It's happened in front of your eyes. I feel like I make no progress at all. Wait, I've been working on several characters I can never get. What in RTS? I mean, if they're on the gold mythic wheel, this is why I don't like there's like gold mythic wheel characters in like these things to claim, because you know, eventually they're all going to be useless. Gold mythic wheel is going to be like as good as getting like select recruit tokens. Absolutely useless. I feel like I make no progress at all. Scopely needs to give players more accessibility. I mean, look at other games that do it. I mean, other games have better, like, a better game, honestly. A better game. RTS is way too one-dimensional. That's the biggest issue I find, is every character that's brought out, it's brought out with the idea of how good it will be in war, right? From the player base. But also from Scopely, they will design a character to be good in war. None of these characters are designed to be good in anything else except war. Like, a character will be brought out that will straight up break leagues, and it's like whatever, you know. Some of these characters, like Eris, you can't kill Eris in draft. It's impossible. There's no way you can take out Eris in draft, because you need a very specific draft team to take her out. So like these characters like are not designed for those parts of the game because they just don't care about it. Right? Whereas other games have like 3 or 4 parts of the game, and you'll get characters brought out that would be specifically good in one area of each game, you know? Whereas in RTS, there's only one area. There's only war. That's it. And this is why we have such a massive turnover on characters. If we had 3 areas of the game which were really important, they could spread the area of the game they wanted to focus on with the next character, right? And there'd be slower turnover on characters, you know? Like Easter Eva only came out a few months ago and they've already hard countered her, you know? And she's free to play. It's just, like, I'm playing another game and I've been playing it for like 8 months and I haven't even seen a hard counter come out yet in 8 months. And there've been some strong characters coming out. There've been some, like, soft counters, you know? But then there are obviously ways to combat that counter. I know. The Mythic era is just boring. I think there's a lot to do. There's a lot to do in the Mythic era. But in terms of character progression, this is the most boring part of the game. When it should that's what it's meant to be, right? It's meant to be like a character collection game. And I can't think of like where I'm gonna get the next character in terms of like someone who missed out on one Brutus doesn't know when the next Brutus. Like, I see people ask about Clementine all the time. Now it's been said they're gonna come back eventually in some way or some form, but we've got no information on this, and so it just doesn't look like the game's. If you don't know how things are happening, this doesn't look like there's future in parts of the game. So I can definitely understand negative feelings towards the game, because it doesn't look like it's got a future, because they're not talking about how you can get things, i.e. the main thing in the game, which is characters, but, you know. You know, what can you do? The name of the game that Locke is talking about is Walking Dead All-Stars. Alright, yeah, the other Walking Dead, yeah. I mean, I'll check it out, we'll see. It could be terrible, I don't know. I heard someone say they're going to make another class of Mythic soon. I mean, that doesn't mean anything. I heard someone say... it doesn't mean it's not there's potential there, but at the same time, it's just like it doesn't literally. It's just yeah. They're apparently going to start to advertise Ace properly soon, lot. So that may take off. Yeah, we'll see. So it's kind of like I'm still in the same position with these games, right? When developers and they say something and don't do something. There's two very different things there. There's saying stuff and there's doing stuff. And I'm down for like info, but I need to see the actual results. And like for instance, recently we got a lot of saying stuff in RTS. Lots of things were said, but it's about things getting done, you know. Action. Oh, that reminds me. What's that game called? Action. Man, what was that game called? Was it Point Blank or was it where you had like a pistol in the arcade and you pressed the pedal? Action. Anyway, dun 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 dun. Oh, something like that. Anyway, I can't remember the music. Yeah. Do you miss the 5-star era? Not really. Not really. I think I missed the S-Class, like the early S-Class era to mid S-Class era. The end of the S-Class era was terrible because they already knew Mythics was coming out, so they wanted to just, you know, bring them really overpowered characters out, make the game really kind of unplayable. And then do a reset. You know? But like the early to mid point on the S-Class era was good. Like I would say like the early to mid point on Mythic so far has been good. Right now we're in like we've been in this like defense meta for like 2 or 3 months, which has been horrible. It's actually been longer than that. It feels like longer than that. Basically since just before when Peacekeeper came out, it was already kind of like heavy defense, and then Peacekeeper came out, and then like I mean right now we're just in like a really tough defense meta. Like it's hard to attack just in general now, just based on all the things you've got to deal with. It always seems like you're punching up against defense teams. That doesn't mean like you can't nuke teams. That doesn't mean you can't build a team that actually hits really hard. But one thing doesn't go your way, and you know how this game is like pure RNG based. Like all those 60% weapons, the RNG is not on your side there. So like one thing, you get one character get absolutely defended at the wrong time. One character gets stunned for 2 turns, and you literally lose the raid because of a stun. Like I've lost raids straight up just because Kenny didn't crit on his first turn. Like I should have taken someone out. They had barely any HP left, maybe like 25,000. I hit them with an attack. They didn't crit. I only hit them for 22,000. So I didn't get my AP to rush 2 times turn 2. And then they start doing stuff on the second turn. Maybe a little bit of control comes in. I can't recover from that. Like literally just one crit has made the difference so many times between me winning and like winning in 2 turns versus like winning in like 6 turns or having to just flee because it's taken too long. That's ridiculous RNG. One crit, like one crit makes the difference. That can't be it. That can't be the game, man. And that has been the game for me for quite a few wars, like where like that'll happen, and it's just like nah, that ain't it. That ain't it. How long do you think you'll keep paying? Also, you've played this game since it first came out. Have you been tired of it and wanted to move on? Yeah, a few times. It's about like, you know, having certain priorities or like trying to figure out what you enjoy in the game, that sort of thing. You know,
sometimes you have to create your fun because the game depth is pretty low, like I say. I'm hoping that there's better game depth in like 6 months, but I mean, I've hoped this for a long time. It kind of gets to the point where like you know, I've hoped this would be happening a couple of times. Okay. I have to actually farm this. Rough. I straight up am getting done on armories now. Fun times. If you do get in another game, I recommend Brawl Wars. Nah, I mean, I'm not going to a game because it's successful. I have to like, you know, wanting playing the game, but yeah. The characters look more mature when it comes to character design. In what? All Stars. I mean, the visuals look cool. I like the visuals. Like Clementine has been stuck at LB2 forever. Yeah. Luck once heard somebody say something about 10 versus 10. I wonder who was that guy that came up with that dumb idea. 10 versus 10. Yeah. There was once a thing about like having vehicles in RTS. Like, I was like, they did some weird questionnaires and stuff. Would you want to see vehicles in RTS? So like, people could have like, there could have been like 5 character slots in a vehicle slot, and like, like they do premier tanks, and like free to play get like jeeps, you know. Good luck, soldier. Like third turn, the tank just does like an AoE attack against your entire team. Good job. I remember that game, woman's voice. I can't remember if it was a guy or a woman. No, I can't remember what it was called. I actually bought that for PlayStation, right? And I remember playing it, and I remember completing it in one life. And I went to an arcade and managed to complete it for like £4, which means like only 3 resets. And I had a crowd, man. That was like, as a youngster, that was like one of my peak moments that I beat that game at an arcade. And I had a crowd because I was playing levels that people had never seen before, you know. Most people that play that game would only see like the first couple of levels because they want to try and get through it with one life and they wouldn't want to play more money. I managed to complete the entire game for £4. That was fun. Here come the bots, yeah. Must be that time in the stream, you know. It must be that time in the stream. Nor Angel and Peacekeeper gives already a good defense. Yeah, this weekend is going to be horrible. I'll straight up say that right now. This weekend's going to be horrible. Do you want me to show you what my defense is going to be this weekend, guys? I'm going to just show you right now. I don't even care showing my defense. Let me just quickly make my defense for this weekend. Okay. Here's my defense for this weekend. You ready? Okay, Eris. Who else should we have? Who else? Let me do trait. Because we're gonna have Peacekeeper in here too. Peacekeeper. And we're gonna have Nor. Okay. Where is she? Is she LB3, right? Nor. So that's going to be the first 3. Then I'm not sure. Because what I might do is just take some S classes from here. I might just take some S classes from here. Let me see. Okay. So without leader bonus, I'm getting decent stats and stuff. So the S class I'm going to take. Oops. A 6-star. I'm going to take Marge Leeds because she'll exhaust the enemy, which is going to be really, really OP. Even if it is limited exhaust, what is it? 800 exhaust. It still means that someone will take like thousands of damage if they get their rush. Guardian shield for everybody, just slows it down. The first turn will just be nice for the slowdown. Or I could take Mercer leads, but I think people will be able to work out how to deal with that, to be honest. We won't go for strong. And I can figure out like another character to go with. Like who is another decent S-class that... Was there an S-class that if you killed them, like, there were negatives? I can't remember. Like, in terms of, like... Or I could take... I mean... I could hide Marge. Actually, I could hide Marge rather than making her the lead. Because 800 isn't huge. 800 isn't huge. But it's something, you know. I could maybe just take Wang Fa lead and hide Marge, actually. I think that'd probably be the better way. Where is it? Yeah, probably Wang Fa lead, hide Marge. Only problem hitting this team is it's like not huge kill potential, but I think a lot of people just won't be able to break it down. That's not Wang Fa. That's Lao Po. Okay, there he is. I thought I was looking at her again. And then her weapon can be... we'll give her the 60% absolute defense. Wherever it is. There we go. Maybe reflect mods. You know how it goes. All we need is a reflect. Cheese. I got a decent reflect. I mean, 49% seems good. Yeah. Everyone's going to get a Guardian Shield turn 1. I've got to restart my game. Brilliant. Brilliant. Better not be allowed S-Class. Of course you are. Of course you are. They haven't changed how it works. They haven't changed how it works. S-Class will be allowed. There's going to be S-Class everywhere. The 5-star hero is probably when this game is at its best. I'd say 5-star hero is pretty bad. It was just constantly a big gap between people who spent and people who didn't. It was when it was at its most popular, maybe, in terms of like there hadn't been a proper reset, so they didn't lose massive parts of their player base. So yeah, I'll probably just mess around with that. But I might try and figure out. But don't forget, S-Class on attack means you can use don't forget, S-Class on defense means you can use S-Class on attack. So if you have a human shield, Uncle Sam, or Rosie, you can just protect them. You can just protect them. Where's March? There we go. So if I put up that friendly defense, I'll just attack it. It just gives them an extra layer of defense with the Guardian Shields everywhere. And that's going to be enough for that team to get rolling, I think. Oh, I can't. I have to have her base weapon for the Guardian Shields, don't I? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And you see, the person I taunted there was Marge, so it literally does nothing. GG. We'll lose a little bit of healing though, but it's still. Let me see. Friendly. Should just be Guardian Shields everywhere, right? It doesn't mean too much. The Guardian Shields is just going to slow it down by a little bit, but that's enough to be like one turn. And you're seeing lots of bonus HP everywhere. So having characters that can attack through Guardian Shields, like Michelle can attack through a Guardian Shield. Right? Unfortunately, I've got Heal Reduction Resist on mine, but yeah. Can do certain things with Guardian Shields. And hope for the best. Didn't say resisted, so she should be normalized. I love how it just doesn't tell you there's any resist, but it doesn't normalize them. It's awesome. Oh, she cleansed the infection. And now she's got 100% infection resistance. So like if I ignore her, then I've got resistances everywhere. Like, and now everyone's 100% bonus HP. He's already got away from me. It's going to take ages to beat. I wonder if she can overheal when she's 100% bonus HP. No, she still can. Man, she gives half the HP of my characters on each turn, man. You see how much damage I do with a basic attack there? His damage seems to be really off. He's meant to do better damage against someone when they're attacking a tank, right? When attacking or using this character's adrenaline rush enemies attack roll, getting 80% attack, but it doesn't seem consistent. It doesn't seem consistent. This is the only kill potential I've realistically got. What's about to happen? But it's significant kill potential, you know. It is significant. Yeah, it's gonna be gruesome. It's gonna be gruesome. It's gonna be gruesome. My speaker just died. Okay. And for attack, could take it proper old school. If you guys remember these sort of teams. For attack, we could do... Where is he? Am I blind? Yeah. For attack, remember in Onslaught, all that matters is if you win or lose. So like, winning quickly doesn't matter too much. Right? And then we can go for S-Class, Human Shield. You can decide which Human Shield's best. Yeah. I would say I think Kyle is the best other S-Class you can take. To be honest. I think Kyle is the best other S-Class you can take. And then we can just take AP on attack weapons. We'll take increased chance to stun, that'd be nice. And who else do we take? I guess we can take like... I think if we have the line, where the line is defense, mythic, sorry. So if there's any line damage and stuff, no problem. We need someone who can control pretty nicely. Maybe like a Jesus? I think Jesus would be good. Right. And then with him, is there any weapons that have just like control? Not really. He needs AP on attack though. Don't think I've got the right weapon for him. This one. When he does a basic attack, he crits. He gets a confused. Just a little bit of extra control. Okay. And Mateo has the same thing because he's got confounding. Don't really need any stats on these guys otherwise. Okay. And the issue is I think his infection's just too low. Where is it? Infection. 4 enemies get 15% infection. Maybe a bit too low. Oh no, I've got heal reduction. Yeah, okay, never mind. That's the whole thing. I've got heal reduction. So like, I take this team in. Where is it? What about Michelle? It's too weak, honestly. It's too weak. It's too weak. Okay, so we target the one we want to stun, right? Probably her, I guess. Oh, it's just random. I don't get to select that. Did not know that. Straight up, did not know that. We can impair everybody. She resisted. We kind of want to kill her, right? Do I need AP? Yeah, I need AP. So I need to kill her with my other dudes. I don't think they're going to do it. Oh no, I don't need AP. Sorry, my bad. Just have to hope to not get reflected. And I can like remove the Guardian Shield from her. And at this point, how did he do that? Remove focus from up to 3 enemies. Taunt a single enemy with the damage roll for. Oh, okay. Because he's the. Is one for damage? I was like, how did he taunt behind the shield? How did he taunt behind the shield? And how did she get stunned? Like, how has she got stunned? How did she get stunned? Oh, it's because I killed somebody, man. It's even gonna still just be ridiculous. It's even still gonna be ridiculous. Yeah. Even still. Even still, man. So I don't know why he's not infected. And they got 100% heal reduction, but they've not got infection. What am I missing here? What am I missing here? 100% heal reduction. Can't be healed. Don't have infection. No way of cleansing it. Not sure how that's possible. Oh man, the first turn infection from her. It's still gonna be brutal, man. It's still gonna be brutal. Still gonna be brutal. I need impair resist on that, dudes. How are they healing this? Oh yeah, okay. Did I do it the wrong time? I don't think I did it wrong time. I don't know how they did it last time. I don't know how they did it last time. Let me just put a mod on this, dudes. No, I think that was a little bit buggy though. I'll watch it a little bit slower this time. I remember when S-class characters were OP, and that, like right now the mythics are out utilizing them. Like, so maybe it's the mythics OP now. Okay. I got stunned for 2 turns and got taunted anyway, so that's fine. So this next turn, and they should run out. Cool. Defense. And then we'll knock out that. Okay. This turn. 100% heal reduction. Everyone's got it. 15% infection. Everybody's got it. Impair. Only one person resisted. Someone got stunned. How are these infections getting removed? How are they getting removed last time? They're still there? How are they getting removed last time? I maybe should save my taunt for that, but it's just kind of weird that that didn't happen last time. Oh, I died. Oh, I had infection on me. That was weird. I maybe have to go back and check that clip. They were still getting healed for some reason. What do you mean how he taunt behind the shield? PK doesn't attack on his SIG. Generally when you taunt somebody, you have to be able to select them, right? Because he doesn't have to select the damage roll character, it's just a random damage roll character, he wouldn't have to select them. You know? I can't taunt behind a shield, for instance. If I've got a character that has a single target taunt, I would have to be able to click on them to taunt them. And the same works, but the same is going to be the same for defense teams. Getting an understanding of advance in defense teams, how is it they can be revived? He can't be revived after being decapped. He can be revived after being normalized. Normalized just means that you don't have normalized just means that you don't have your special skill work. Doesn't mean you can't be revived. Yeah, I'm maybe not so sure about some of these S-class characters. Mythics are more powerful than S-class. I didn't think it was going to be the case, but in terms of just utility, because the percentages are so low. But you'll probably see like proper lame characters like what's her name, Tara. You'll probably see Tara. Probably like the noobish characters. But at least you can normalize these characters easily now. Yeah, Andre revives when using the payback. Yeah. You could be landing in crosshairs, but not the decap. There's two different parts of crosshairs, right? There's the animation landing. When you hit a crit, you'll see the little logo above the head, like the headhunter icon. But then there's the actual crosshairs landing from that landing, and that can be resisted. But sometimes the bug is he won't resist, and we had it. I saw it before. You saw it before in the fight. I normalized Eris. It didn't say she resisted, but she just did. But she didn't resist. If there's no resist marker that pops up, I landed that. So it's a bug. Now, they could say it's a visual bug, but if it was a visual bug, it would never show it. But it does show it sometimes, doesn't show it other times, nah. The visual bug is, it's not landing the actual normalize. Have you ever tried to level up 3-star weapon to the highest it can go? I always wanted to do young Lucille, but haven't found the parts for it. What do you mean haven't found the parts for it? You mean haven't found the actual weapon? I mean, I think I had some 3-star weapons that I upgraded at one point, but generally speaking, 3-star weapons weren't very good. And I'm a patient player, you know? I won't rush into like upgrading something that's bad because, and in like, I know in like 2 weeks to a month's time, I know that the good thing's going to be accessible to me. I don't work like that. I save my resources.
Feels good. Sounds
Hey, what's up, Tex? Thank you very much, brother. 22 months, man. Up tier 2 as well, thank you so much, bro. What's up, Seth? Welcome to the stream. 6-star Doc Stevens attack tier, yeah, maybe. That could actually be pretty good. Like, you could rush, like, who could you rush turn 1? Kenny. Well, you could rush Lily turn 1. Could actually be kind of crazy. That's probably the way to go, honestly. That's probably the way to go. But you need multiple commands. You need 2 commands, which we do have access to if you do have Lee and Rick. And we need, like, who would be the damage dealer? Who would be the leader? I guess Trader, so he could like rush after Lily took someone out. There's normalize from Lydia that shows up on Vance, but is applied after an outlaw, so he comes back. Only if you kill Vance with it. That one's the one. Right? I'm pretty sure. Or like if Vance is already an outlast and you kill someone else. Yeah. I mean, theoretically his specialist skill isn't working anymore. He can't go into outlast at that point, but he already is an outlast. I see 2. Yeah, right. Tier 2 for 22 months. Yeah. I got the weapon, it's just not the parts to upgrade it. I just wanted to upgrade it mainly for the visual, just out of curiosity. I mean, the parts to upgrade weapons is like, I mean, if you want to upgrade one particular 3-star weapon, it shouldn't be a problem. Shane, stupid good. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, just from the video like that I did, like his rush potential really quickly is there. You can take out a character turn 1, and like you say, teamed up with Georgia. Georgia can do a lot turn 1, and he can do a lot turn 1. So yeah, powerful for sure. powerful for sure. We should have this new event start in like 2 hours, right? An hour and 20 minutes or something. Because this other event's ending, right? What is it? Or is it already ended? Did it already end? I guess it did. Can't remember what it's called. Was it? Is it the 2 or is it the 3? I think it was 2 behind bars, right? The one with the knuckle dusters. I think so. Anyway, guys, I'm just gonna go get a drink. My drinks are downstairs, so I'm just gonna go get my drink. I will leave you with a room map for a sec. I'll be back in a minute. In the fridge, cold drink. 1 sec. Yeah, I'm back. Best attack team is Telltale, you think? What are they countering? They're getting hard countered by Rick. They're not very good against PK teams. They're just okay. And what do they counter? As a team. I agree that 1 or 2 of the Telltale characters are some of the stronger characters in the game, but the team, I don't know so much about that. It'd be cool if RTS had a mode where you start with 1-star characters and do a survival run type thing and collect supplies to help your character and build it, whilst other players can fight you. It sounds like a completely different game, I'll be honest. Like, that doesn't sound like RTS, so. Lock says the Telltale. Yeah, Telltale as a team can't beat 2 of the most used and strongest teams on defense, so. Like, not consistently. I already said on the stream, guys. NWO attack team was a failure. What else? Telltale attack team is a failure. Outlander's attack team has been a failure. In terms of an actual team that can attack and do like be countering anything in particular, as a team, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. They've set the game up incorrectly for that. You know, they haven't created the defense team that each of those teams can counter. You know, it would have been cool if that was the case. You know, like in what's the game called? Marvel Strike Force. That's how that game works. They have like one allegiance team can counter another allegiance team. That's how it goes. There are the odd mix and match teams, but allegiance teams generally the strongest because they get bigger buffs that way. Further proves how quick characters come and go. Not really. It's, half of the Telltale Allegiance is free to play. They're never going to be that good. It's just as simple as that. They're always going to get outclassed by premieres. That's game design. That isn't really like, oh, come and going. You know, that's how it's meant to be. Back in the day of the S-Class, I said all the SR levels should be star-based, starting with 3 star up on up. Obviously, that could be slightly up there. I don't know what you mean. Brutus can smash if you use 6-star Doc. Yeah, you gotta try and think of as many possible ways that Brutus can get an attack buff. Basically. But do remember, guys, that all of these Onslaught teams, you're not going to be able to see what's on the defense team, so you don't know if they've got paybacks, you don't know if they've got 6 stars, you're going to be attacking blind all the time, so you need to take a high percentage team. You know, you have to take a high percentage team. Otherwise, it's rip. It's a rip. I like to disagree with the Outlanders because they can deal with PK team pretty well. I mean, can they do it better than what's already exists? I take out PK teams like turn 2 most of the time. Is it doing it better than that? Doesn't Brutus have to land the actual normalize on PK, or otherwise they can't. No one can attack PK if he's not normalized, right? This is the issue. Even if they've all got camouflage, someone will still die. Rosie, welcome to the stream. Do we know whether it's going to be the same as normal Onslaught? It used to be. I'm guessing it is, because my guess is this is the first time it's coming back. They want to see what people dislike about it, what they like about it, and figure out changes they want to make for future ones. So 100%, if you have an issue, like if you don't like it not being S-Class only, really make a noise about it. Go on the Discord, because they listen to people complaining, but if only one person says something, then you know it's not a big issue. So if you don't want to see 6 stars in there and you only want to see S-Class in there, make bring that issue up. So on and so forth. Wanderer gives camouflage, yeah, but the person who does the nuke will still get hit with payback. And it basically, I mean, Brutus. No one else can really hit that hard in that team. Like, Wanderer can hit reasonably hard, but he'll have to hit twice probably. Is anyone in Europe registered for The Walking Dead All-Stars and got an email yet? If you're in Europe. It's going to be horrible. I just hope it's not horrible, too horrible that my faction's not going to want to try and get 500 hits, because if the faction doesn't get 500 hits, we won't get the Paragon mod. Wait, no, wait. Is the Paragon mod to do with the 500 hits? No, it isn't. What's the Paragon mod to... What's the 500 hits to do with? Ultra tokens. I'll miss out on some Ultra tokens. Meh. What's up, Captain Trits? Welcome to the stream. You also have a weapon giving Guardian Shields? No, they give Guardian Shield once. I feel like All-Stars will be a flop like TWD Survivors. Survivors hasn't been a flop. I think Survivors still makes tons of money. There's more players playing that than RTS. I just don't like the game style. Personally, I don't like the Survivors game style. Whereas All-Stars actually has like an interesting game style. I don't actually mind idle games. I think idle games can be quite fun. It's about like what time you can put into them and, you know, that sort of thing, and that can be quite fun. They could have done better with the Outlanders characters. I think they just don't do enough synergy between the teams. Like, there doesn't seem to be that much. Like, for instance, let's be honest, the best part of Outlanders is the fact that Brutus can work with Scotsman and get a massive buff because of how Scotsman's kit works and Brutus' kit works. Like, if Scotsman is less HP, he gives Brutus a massive attack bonus, right? That's the best thing about Outlanders by quite a margin, but they don't do that enough. Every character should have like, it should be like, let's go back to Telltale. It should have been like, Clementine gets a buff if Lee's in the team or certain things happen to Lee, but like if Lee's in the team, Clementine gets a buff. And then like it could be, because Kenny's in the team, Lee gets a buff, because, you know, Kenny and Lee, it can be like brothers in arms. That could have been the buff, right? Brothers in arms, they could have got a buff, and they both get that buff. And then because, and if Kenny's in the team, if Kenny's in the team, Duck gets a buff. It could be in like father, like son. We've joked about like father, like son, but they could have got like a 10% attack buff, you know. And then if Lily's, and then Molly could have been like, that would have been maybe a bit difficult. Maybe Molly could have been like, if there are 4 other Telltale characters in the team, Molly gets a buff. So if she's in the team with 4 Telltale characters, she gets a buff. And then Lily could have probably had the same, you know? And Lily's buff could have been like the family I lost or something like that, you know, like played into her storyline. But they didn't do that. So there's no usefulness to taking those characters together. If you combine them all as a team and they get like a 20% power buff, it's really worthwhile using them as a team. But if you look back at NWO, the only characters that are realistically worth using together are Trader and Titan. But why? It's because Titan can get kills quite nicely, and he can give the rush to Trader, and then Trader can give the rush back to Titan. That was what was the great thing about that team, is that synergy there. But it was only between 2 characters, realistically. Because if you took another character, potentially you could give the rush to someone else, and you wouldn't want to. You want to always give it to Titan. But if they make an attack team that actually has full synergy, I would use that team as a team, and I'd want to maybe go for that full squad, you know? But they haven't done that yet. They haven't done that. They made like 2 characters out of these teams good that work together. Pretty much every single one, it's just 2 characters. And I'd say argue that Telltale doesn't have any team synergy. It only has like a leadership bonus from Clementine with the crits, but that's being countered by Rick, so that isn't that big a deal. It's nice, but it isn't that big a deal. I haven't found anything about Purple Young. I doubt you could get it. I doubt I've got it. I don't think I've got it. Is it called Lucille, right? I don't have it. If you want to see what a weapon looks like, by the way, if you go to this wheel, it shows you what it looks like as a 3-star, as a 5-star, a legendary weapon. So like when you see it go past here, this is what it looks like when it's fully upgraded. But if I look at it here, that's what it looks like when it's not fully upgraded. It looks slightly different. There's a little bit of blood on the blade, and you can see the like hilts like clean, and now it's got like a lot more on it. You can see, and then like the sheath that's next to it has only got a little bit of the blue at the top, whereas here it's got it at the bottom as well. This is what these look like fully legendary, like legendaried out. So if it's in here, you can get. There's 3-star weapons in here. This isn't the 4-star weapon wheel. This is elite weapon wheel. Yeah. 3-star weapons, 57%. I mean, we can wait for it if you want. I play TWD Survivors and it doesn't seem like a flop. People spend fortunes on it. Yeah, but I think the gameplay is bad, personally. But there are a lot of people who spend money on it. It is a successful game. I think it probably makes more money than RTS does. You're getting spammed today, yeah. It'd be nice if YouTube finally fixed that, you know? If only they could, you know, fix that issue. If only. Like when it comes round, you're gonna have to like split it out. But this is what all the weapons look like maxed out. So if you're really interested, like this one, when it's not maxed out, it looks like that. But when it is maxed out, it looks like this. Not big differences sometimes, but there are sometimes really obvious big differences. Like the pistol sometimes can be really big. Like this one hasn't got a sight, but now it has a sight. You know? No sight. Now it's got a sight. Not as bloodied, but more bloodied. Yeah. Gameplay is copy paste from a Game of Thrones. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The style of game that is, I don't know what you want to call that, but that style of game I think is terrible. Honestly, it's a terrible mobile phone game. Some people love it though. Some people love it. Like I played one on my channel like a few months ago, like 8 months ago, and it's okay for like the first like maybe couple of hours, but then it just becomes so time intensive. Like you can get raided at any time by like half of someone's, like it's just way too much time is required. Like you might have to wake up in the middle of the night to do something, like to defend your base or like move your bait. I was constantly having to. Is this it, young Lucille? Okay, that's contaminated one, but the contaminated one you can see it looks a little bit different. Not much, but a little bit. Yeah, but young Lucille is a 3-star weapon. Yeah, I've said there are 4-star weapons on here at 10%. 3-star weapons on here at 57%. It will eventually get round to 3-star weapons. It's just there's tons of weapons on here, so I'm not really going to watch them all go round. But you can watch it go round and get to the weapon if you want to see it what it looks like at Legendary, which it seems like you want to do. And if it's on here, it will show you what it looks like at Legendary because it shows what they look like at Legendary. Look, this is Eugene's hammer. It's just a normal hammer, and then here now it's got loads of spikes and stuff on it because that's what it looks like at Legendary. It might not be in there, but if it is, it will show you. You know, it's as simple as that. If you don't want to get the resources to upgrade it, which honestly shouldn't be that big of a deal, but let's just say, like, even with the best upgrades possible, it couldn't get to Legendary. That wheel will still show you it in Legendary, even if it's not possible to get it there. It will still show you in Legendary, which is cool. I actually kind of like that. I kind of like that. Again, overflow of 4 stars. Interesting. I've got actually quite a few. Sometimes I forget, you know, when I level up my characters, to lock my main trainers, to just utilize my low-level trainers, whatever you want to call them, the non-gold rim trainers. I've done it. Okay, lock that. 500 of her. 273 of the next dudes. Who have I got to level up? Not really anyone. Just random characters. Oh, Rick maybe. Yeah, I got Rick to level up. Okay. Claudio as well, Jeremiah, and Mr. Jones, but I mean they're a bit of a way off. A bit of a way off. I'm in top faction on the server and only log in about once a day for 20 minutes. But your server's probably been going for a while, right? And also, if you're in the top faction, I doubt your faction's been attacked too often. So he's probably not even dealing with the issue I said. Okay, we can get Rick number 3 in this event that starts tonight. I might want to just tear up some of these. Okay. I've got no more gold of those anyway. Who's the next gold character we know we're getting? We don't know anything. Okay. Let's just get a new characters in position anyway. 21. Guess I'll make her a 4. Two. Got a few Dantes apparently. 3. I started watching a new TV show, guys. Mixed feelings on it so far. I'll probably keep watching it. It's not a new TV show, but it is new for me. Like it's in seasons. It's got 3 seasons or something. It's called Lock and Key on Netflix. It's okay. I'm like 3 episodes in. It's okay. Like it's got an interesting premise to a certain extent. But the way the story is being explained is kind of cheap at the moment. But it's an issue with, I think, lots of TV shows where they have to explain a certain amount of the story in the first episode to try and get you hooked, but they can do it in such a lame way. You know, there's very few that I've watched where they like to pull you in on the like main premise of the storyline and not give you away too much, but still get you hooked to the main storyline. Like Stranger Things, the first episode of Stranger Things was good. Like it made out like what was happening and you know the guy getting chased in the place and stuff. But yeah, Lock and Key is good but super slow paced. Yeah, it seems pretty slow at the moment, and they you know some of the characters annoy me just already. But yeah, you're getting ready for Shane. I don't know if I'm going to pull for Shane, to be honest. We shall see. I'm going to get the Anniversary Ultras. It will be later in the wheel if I do pull, for sure. I'm going to get the Anniversary Ultras, and I'm going to get the Ticket Ultras. So I'm guaranteed to get... how many Ultra pulls, crate pulls do we get? Is it 5? Oh, I don't want to do that. For some reason I've got in my head that it's only 3. It gets better. No, I'm going to stick with it. At the moment, there's nothing else I'm watching, and like I said, I'm intrigued. I'm watching episode by episode. There's some things I don't like. They just had a scene which actually kind of made it a little bit darker for me. So I was like, oh damn. I'm not going to say what happened, but like there was just like, I mean, I will say what happened, but I won't say how or anything. But there was just like a random kid, and they weren't like a main character or anything. It was just like you get introduced to them, and they get like a kid got killed. Like I was like, yo, what? By an adult, and I was just like proper surprised. So it kind of lined up that character for me a bit better. And I know that sounds like crazy, like, oh, that makes me interested, kill a kid. But it's just, that doesn't happen, right? In TV shows, like, kids and women in movies and TV shows are like, historically, nothing ever happens to them. Like, I remember they celebrated the first ever character that got killed in Jurassic Park, which was a woman. Was in Jurassic Park like 4. It's like, what? How were they just immune to dinosaurs? That's funny. Looked it up a few times. No, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I get it. I just don't have anything to watch at the moment. I blitzed through Rick and Morty because the new season of Rick and Morty is coming next month. So I wanted to just like rewatch it. And when I say I blitzed it, guys, I blitzed it in like a week. And I wasn't even properly going too crazy, but I just really like the show. And it's easy to watch the next episode. At no point when I'm watching Rick and Morty do I go, oh, this is boring. I don't want to watch the next show because it's generally just funny. And they're 20 minutes long as well, so it's really easy. I say it's all my ultras since it got released, and debating pulling for Shane now. How many's all your ultras? Like you're sitting on like 12 to 16. Has there been any info on? No info on the mission rewards or nothing. That'll most likely come tonight or tomorrow. I quite like the Sandman. I saw that on Netflix as well. There's a couple that I was debating watching. There's a movie that has the guy who played Captain America in it, and the guy who played. Actually, I don't know what the other guy played. It's a movie where like it's an assassin going after another assassin. I might get around to watching that, but movies are a much bigger commitment of time for me. I can watch like a 40-minute episode before bed, but an hour and 40-minute movie to 2-hour movie is just like, yeah. The Grey Man, that's it, yeah. I want to watch that. That seems interesting. So I did a little searching to find the Young Lucille prestige weapon. That thing was all the way back in the 2.7 update. Well, it's probably, if it was to do with prestige, it was when that first came out, right? Makes sense. Love Ryan Gosling. It can be okay. One of my favourite movies has got him in it though. That's Drive. It's one of my favourite ones. If you like the comics, the Sandman is actually pretty good, pretty true to the story. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I have a feeling the Tanya meta could help with Onslaught. Do you mean the Grey Man? Yes. I do indeed. It's like on Netflix. I'm seeing it advertised on Netflix now. I didn't know. It's hard to know if movies are like platform originals or they've been in the movies first already. I don't know a lot of the time. I don't watch movies at the cinema that much anymore. You know, the last one was before COVID, so like we're talking 3 years ago. I still remember. I bring this up with my brother as a troll every now and again. I asked my brother to go and see Star Wars, right, just before COVID happened. And I was just like, oh, do you want to go Oh damn, I'm gonna kill my team here. Oh! Don't know what happened. I didn't get payback. Anyway. And he was like, nah, I can't be bothered. We'll go and see another movie in a couple of months. Now I can use that as an excuse for everything. If he ever says that again, I'll be like, bruh, we don't know if we're gonna have another couple of months, you know? Because that's what happened was like, you couldn't go to the movies for like forever. Drive is a masterpiece, yeah. I'd say it's one of my favorite movies for sure. The music in it, great. I've listened to like the music in it. Like the contrast as well in the music is massive, but I still like them all. Like that Rita Ortiz song, or whatever her name is. Oh My Love. Oh my god, I've listened to that so many times. It's proper good. And then obviously Hero and I Can't Sleep or whatever it is. I Can't Do Anything Without You. I can't remember what the name of the song is, but yeah, I really like the music from that. The Drive. No, it's not called. No, I'm saying just Drive. It's just Drive with Ryan Gosling. The reason I liked it was because it was high suspense. I've never gone to the cinema and left the cinema wanting to watch the movie again enough to actually pay for a ticket to do it, and I was very close to doing it with that movie. I mean, extremely close. Like, I was standing outside the movies with my brother. I was like, I even said like, do you want to go and watch this again, maybe? And my brother was even like, yeah, that was really good, and maybe we'll do it next week. And it just never happened. I was actually feeling to just go watch it again, like another showing straight away, just to watch it again. If I saw that was like on IMAX or something, you know, like I would definitely go and watch it. It's a Netflix original, but it released in the cinema at the same time. I went to the cinema, and it was the most interesting one on display. So that's why, yeah, okay. Makes sense, makes sense. Debating on if I should pull for shame. Haven't you pulled for every single Advanced and Ultra so far, Tex? Every single one. Every one, bro. So I think it's less of a debate if you will pull, it's more of a debate if you won't. I would say he's the best character out of everyone that's been released though. And that includes Georgia, to be honest. I'll send you my account number if you don't know what to do with your money. Wonder what's next. Probably another Mythic trial. We were talking about it before. I can't figure out where it would be though. Like, I don't think I would have guessed NWO, and I wouldn't have guessed Outlanders. I could potentially guess Telltale. I don't think they're going to do the next Telltale one so soon. They'll probably do another Telltale. I think it would be like... We've only had one Mythic trial since Telltale, right? We had Outlanders. So, I think they'll do like 1, 2, 3... Maybe 2 to 3 more, then maybe Telltale afterwards. So that potentially would be like... end of next year, end of this year, beginning of next year, maybe the same time next year as it happened this year with Telltale, maybe. That's my guess. But I can't guess one other potential Mythic trial, let alone 3 or 2, like that would be in between. I can't, like, the only one I guessed would be potentially like 6-star Diego, potentially could be like Diego, Camilla, and it could be like a park ranger based group, but the Outlanders kind of feels like that to a certain extent. But maybe they could be like, I don't know what they would be called, but they could be something like maybe a name of a place, something Hills or something. You know, like the area. It's kind of like Atlanta. It could be like a known area that is. Is there a national park in like Georgia? I don't know if they would be able to use a national park's name. But like, let's say it was Yellowstone. The group literally could be called Yellowstone or something. But I know that I don't think that's in Georgia, right? Or like in Atlanta. Did anyone get lucky with their ultra crates? I haven't opened mine yet. I've opened 6. I've opened 6 of the advanced ones and not got lucky. Okay, so I will get 5k minimum. So I will get half a pull. And then we'll get this 5k as well before Shane ends. We'll also get is it this day, or it might even be this day. Like, we'll get another 20,000 in one of these 2 to 3 days. On the 27th, 28th of August, we get 20,000 Ultra because of the anniversary event. So I might be able to do some pulls. They might do some nice offers, so it might be worth, you know, yeah. I think Tex might be in the Mafia or something. No way a math teacher makes this much cheddar. Telltale will be Christmas just for added hype. No, I think they'll probably do more of a Christmas allegiance. I think that if they want to do a trial, or they would just not do a trial at Christmas. Like, they would have a Christmas break. They'll do like one that ends before Christmas and then one that starts in the new year. And they don't do the trials straight after each other. But how many have we had this year? 3? Right, we've had NWO, Telltale, and Outlanders. So we get one every, like, we get one that it lasts a month, and I think we get like a month break between each one, maybe a little bit longer. I guess you can sort of say the anniversary event is structured like a Mythic, but yeah. Because it would be a Holiday Hero 2. Not necessarily. I don't think they're going to do... Or they're going to do Holiday Heroes 2, maybe. Because Holiday Heroes is way too massive now. They've got too many people in Holiday Heroes. So they might do Holiday Heroes 2, maybe. I think they should split up Holiday Heroes as well. They should make a Holiday Heroes and a Holiday Heroes 2. And then put the attacking ones in Holiday Heroes and then the defensive ones in Holiday Heroes 2. I'm calling it, we're definitely getting old Mythic Luke. In what? Old Mythic Luke. What, isn't that the guy who was like a command or something? I remember using a guy called Luke. Wasn't he like a 5-star? Wasn't he a 4-star? He had like a weird hat. Why did we use that guy? Was he like... Oh man, I remember this dude. Wasn't he like a crit guy for Walker stages? Was it Luke? He's like an alert. Oh, okay, you mean someone we haven't had before. I mean, that's Telltale Season 2, like I said, it's most likely a few trials away. I can't think of what the next one could be. Do you guys have any thoughts of what it potentially could be? Holiday Zeros, where you get loads of useless characters. I don't really agree with that one. I think Holiday Heroes has had some of the best free-to-play characters. If not the best free-to-play characters. Ivanova, really good character when she was released. Steve, really good character when he was released. Even now, like to a certain extent, you can still use Steve. Easter Eva, really good character when she was released. You know? And then you use Carl with combo with some of these characters. Massive attack buffs. So, I mean... I'd say Holiday Heroes has had some of the nicer ones. Herschel had a really big time as a leader at one point. Shiva was one of the best attack characters at one point. There have been some duffs in Holiday Heroes. I mean, Carol's meta right now. So like, that's another Holiday Hero that's being used. But pretty much the only duff one I can really remember is Gregory Grouch and Thanksgiving Tyrese. And I think the only reason Tyrese was kind of underwhelming was because he was just a slightly worse version of Lydia. Like, that's why. Like, why would you go crazy on upgrading that guy when you've got Lydia, who does the same stuff, you know? 2 attacks against that. That's basically Lydia's rush, you know? That's basically Lydia's rush. Hirsch is meta? He thinks that Hirsch is meta. I don't think many people are using him. Twist. I still use Lydia. I mean, Lydia's massively fallen off. Guaranteed is his meta. Against what, though? Like, he's not needed against Priya teams. And other than that, what? Like, these Rick teams? I don't know. And attacking Zachary. I mean, I guess that makes sense because of the anti-burn bleed situation, but yeah. I'm mainly thinking about like his RNG normalized lead skill. That's all. That's the main thing he brings to the table, right? Loot was yeah. There's no way to see him anymore. You can't see 4 stars and 3 stars. They kind of just like got rid of them. I remember using that dude for a little bit. Your teammate's got crit for 2 turns, man. Damn. Do you remember when we had to actually have a character in our Walker teams that gave crit, guys? Like, it was that. If you didn't have that, it was GG's. You were getting turned over. Oh man. The funny thing as well is that was when weapons couldn't be upgraded, so it was just like you'd have these basic crit weapons. I remember farming for crit weapons, man. That was such a different that part of the game. That part of the game was really good in the 5-star era. You could go out and farm, and from one day to the next, you could have acquired something through your gameplay, just in general, that you didn't have before that could improve your teams. That doesn't happen as much these days. Like, I think I could still go out and farm weapons, but there's nothing I need. There's nothing I need. 30% attack, 30% defense, you know, whatever. Like I said before, every time I get someone new, a week later they're outdated. Trader I've been using for like 6 months, Titan 6 months, Kenny 3 months. I mean, I agree that not every character has longevity, but that's why you should identify the ones that do. For instance, Georgia obviously has good longevity. She's always going to be good against alert teams, always. You know? She'll get better when there's a disarm as well. So that's why I pulled for Georgia, because she made a lot of sense. I also primarily pull for attack team characters. The only reason I pulled for Rosich is just it made sense at the time. And I don't regret it so much, but it just made sense at the time. She still helps my defense teams. I think she's still like not an easy character to beat for a lot of people. Thank you for the likes on the stream, guys. We're nearly up to 50. I do appreciate it. I have 2 max ones in my roster. That's only part of my old Walker teams. I can't remember what he looks like. He's just kind of like got like a hat on, right? A patchy hat and like short, scruffy hair. That's all I kind of remember. Like a peaked cap, I think. And it's like red, maybe red outfit, like a reddish outfit, orangish outfit. Maybe grey, red, orange, grey sort of colour scheme. The best one though, the best character that we took on Walker stages was Sophia. Do you guys remember Sophia? When she was bugged? That was such a big thing, man. That was such a big thing. Where if you rushed at the right time with Sophia, you could make it so that her buff lasted 3 turns. I don't know why that happened, but there was sometimes her buff lasted 3 turns instead of 2 turns, and that made such a big difference. I'm going to be giving Shane a miss. Don't want the disappointment of missing out because I didn't get enough pulls. I think that's a safe play. Ultra is very hard to come by, and you may have to miss out on the characters to guarantee yourselves a future better character. Otherwise, I mean, unless you're willing to spend to make up for the lost pulls, then yeah. I'm most likely doing the same. I'd love to have Shane, but I can maybe get 10 pulls, you know? And unless they bring out like a crazy good offer where it's offering you like 6 pulls for like 20 bucks, which they won't do. I'm gonna wait until like a future character. I'd say 18 to 24 pulls is like where I feel like I'm gonna get at least LB1. Should always be pretty decent at LB1 to LB2, and then if I get a little bit of luck in the pulls, I could get just +1, maybe +2. You know, that's how I kind of feel with Ultra. That's how I kind of feel. What's up, Noah? I'm also missing out on Shane. Gonna wait for. Yeah, I think that's. I said that already, right? We've already said this. So this is to make us try and use our tokens before then. And unless you're, like I said, unless you're going to spend consistently or spend like twice, right now and in the future, then you're not going to have enough pulls, and you're not going to be able to make up the pulls. So you know you've got to be a bit smarter with your thoughts, and you're like when you're going to pull and have a plan. You know, if you spend for your pulls, you don't really have to have as much of a plan. You can just be like looking at the next character, not thinking about anything else that comes out afterwards, and just pull. I got 21 pulls. Yeah, I mean, yeah. That's like, you fall into the spender category a little bit. In terms of like, you can just spend, pull for the character, and then if the next ultra is like better, you can spend again, and then again and again and again. Some people aren't willing to do that as much. That's why I said I'm pretty sure you've pulled for every single ultra and advanced so far. Are they all getting usage out for you? Are they been all game changing? I don't know so much if they all would have been. Maybe 1 or 2. But I think Shane was probably the best one out of them so far. I will say that. I hate that I can claim stuff. I hate it. The fact that I can and I can't. The fact that I can and I can't. The worst has been Amani. Did you pull for Jeremiah? Because Jeremiah makes Amani better, obviously. Using them both on the same team makes Amani better. Then you just use them on the same team, man. Jeremiah protects Amani from Easter Eva. That's the idea anyway. Has the wheel ended now? 30 minutes. Oh, I've got to use my tickets, haven't I? But did I claim extra stuff? Is there another ticket? There would be 5 more and 3 pools, I think. Yeah, I'm in a weird situation. I can claim characters or just pools. I've got LB3 on these 3 and him. I don't think I've got LB3 these 2. But I don't think I need to get LB3 on these 2. I don't use Priya and Lee doesn't really matter. Lee's LB2 and Priya's LB2. So I'll probably just take gold mythic pools, honestly. I don't need a specific character other than I'll get them eventually. Although this is actually probably a bad idea to do it that way. I'll take Lee. We'll take Lee. And then we'll take 1 pool. Okay. So I've got every Telltale character LB3 now except Clementine. At least Lee looks cool. I will say that Lee looks really cool. I'd say most of the Lees in the game have looked pretty bad or weird. Lee actually looks pretty good. The only thing that's odd on him, honestly, is the bandana. I'm gonna be honest. It just kind of is a bit why. Why though? It's like someone couldn't do a black hairline or something, and they're just like, I don't know what to do here. Let's put a bandana on him. It would be actually funny if it was an artist issue. I think there can be like drawing hands can be an issue. Drawing certain hairlines for some people, I guess, can be an issue. What does he get, LB3? Did he get another disarm target? Oh, okay. That's not too bad. It's just a shame that I reckon if his disarm was turn 1, I would maybe use this guy, but because it's turn 2, that's the turn I want to use him as a disarm, as a command. You command turn 2. You don't want a signature move turn 2. So yeah. Apply 75% heal reduction to 2 enemies for 2 turns. Make 2 attacks with 200% damage. I mean, this rush doesn't mean anything. I think what it should have given is AP to 2 Telltale teammates or like a Telltale teammate. So like a Telltale... One Telltale character gets 50% of the AP, make 2 attacks of 200% damage. So it's like a free command, but doing some extra damage on top. I think that would have been better for that. Let me just check max heal. What do I get here? Nothing. And what do I get LB3 here? Okay, I get a slightly better chance to revive. Okay. I mean, I think he's decent as a command. I think he's good. But there are just certain things that I think could have been tweaked a little bit better. Also not a massive fan of this weapon. I think it needs to... I would have liked to have seen like a Telltale attack buff here. For every Telltale character in the team, 10% damage and like attack stat. Again. Would have been good. Almost time to pull for Shane. The only thing that I'm honestly going to be disappointed about not getting Shane is the weapon on the roadmap. That's the main thing. That weapon, like, I think weapons generally have a bigger impact than characters a lot of the time. Especially for me. Like, my weapons can be used on multiple characters. A new character comes out, I've got a weapon that works on them, it instantly makes them better. Like, if I didn't have a rampage weapon for my Georgia, you know, she wouldn't be as powerful when I was using her. So like the difference is massive, night and day, you know. And that weapon is really powerful. What is it? The improved 1535. But yeah. But what can you do? Okay, we'll see what happens, guys. Let me just double check my ultra tokens. I should be able to complete the tickets by the end of Shane Wheel. If I pull the 100,000, I might do impulse for him because I'll be at 18,000 then, because I'm getting another 20,000 from anniversary event. I'm getting another 22,000 actually from this current one. Let me just double check this. I think I'll have around 10,000 to 12,000. So I'll have this crate, which is going to give me 5. And then another 22. So I've got 27 plus the other 20 from the actual anniversary day. So that'll take me up to 110,000. That's minimum. But if I get lucky on one of these crates, that's the thing. If I get that 100,000, I've got to pull for Shane at that point. But otherwise, yeah. Bot in chat. Yeah, don't worry about when you see a bot, guys. Me or Noah will delete it within a couple of seconds. Wish there were more town skins. They rotate them. I think there are more town skins near the end of the year than there are at the beginning of the year. I know they've got like a fall town skin. They have a Halloween town skin with the pumpkins and stuff like that. They have Christmas town skin. So like near the end of the year, we're gonna have three changes on the town skin in the last 4 months. But I think at the beginning of the year, I think they only have a Easter one with the Easter eggs, right? Maybe a Valentine's one, but I don't know. They just don't have it as many. Like this anniversary one is nice though. Like I said this, they should do more town skins, and I think if they have a town skin on for like 2 or 3 weeks, and they go back to the normal skin for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then the next town skin for 2 or 3 weeks, it just keeps the game feeling fresh a little bit. Doesn't have to be major. Like I'm used to this now. I'm used to this. And this isn't actually that big a change. This is a very small overlay. We talked about how this skin works. It's overlaid over the old one, effectively. It isn't like a massive change. Like the winter one had snow everywhere. That was a much bigger change. It's like there's no, like for instance, there's not much. There is a bit of confetti up here actually, to be fair. Okay. But I think it's just like copy paste confetti. You could probably see the pattern of the confetti. Let me just double check. Okay, that I can see that particular pattern. And then maybe it's not actually too crazy in terms of copy paste. And it seems to be actually reasonable, all things considered. There would be some copy paste, but they're not drawing it every time. It's really nice to have stuff like town skins and avatars. To me, it still shows they actually care to a certain extent. Yeah. Now, character skins. What about that? No, I think that would be cool. I'd love that. I'd love that. Imagine there was like... Imagine they brought out a battle pass, right? And there was a free-to-play different character skin for the battle pass character and a pay-to-win version. And what they did was after the pay-to-win version and the free-to-play one were like out of the battle pass, they went into like the skins store straight away, and they had a timer put on them straight away of like 30 days where you can't get them for 30 days, and after 30 days you can buy them with like skin tokens, you know, some sort of like skin currency. And the only way you can get the skin currency is by is purchasing it, honestly. But I don't think it should be extremely like expensive. I'm not saying like $50 for a skin, but I reckon like $5 for a basic skin is reasonable. in terms of like if you really like a character and you like a skin. You know, if they do some advanced skin where it has like full-on animation change and stuff, not just like basically a first edition skin is like a $5 skin because it's all it is doing is a visual change. But if they did a full-on animation change, like the best skin we've had in the game so far is Romanov's, right? Because he has, I think he has a different animation. It might be the same. But the art on the left-hand side. I know you're not paying for that, but like if imagine this animation on this new skin. Instead of doing this attack, he actually hit with his shield, like he did a shield bash. You know, that was the animation change, and they charged $20 for that skin. I know that again, it doesn't mean much, but I think at this point that sort of thing is never going to happen because the game's too small. But I think skins just in general is cool. I think it is anyway. I love Halloween. Yeah, I mean, I assume they'd come back around. I've talked about the skins in PC meetings about like just to say, you know, town skins and stuff like that. Just because, like I say, it just keeps the game fresh. Just visually fresh on the town screen at least. Like right now, like I said, I'm just kind of getting used to the 7th anniversary skin, and we're just about over halfway through the event. So the last 2 weeks, I'll just be like chilling, and then it will suddenly go back to the old one. Do you remember when it went back to the old one after Christmas? Man, it was weird. Like it actually felt weird. Like it was like, what is this? Like, and it's the skin we always have, but it just felt weird. It's just so strange. But yeah, it was proper weird. Proper. The green felt so much greener after seeing the snow for so long. Yeah, I know, right? I know. And that's like a meme, right? That's a meme, like not a meme, like that's something that's said in reality. You know, after winter, it look, you know, the countryside always looks greener, just because you're not used to it. But yeah, it's actually funny. It's funny. Okay, I think I'm going to wrap up my stream here, guys. I might have a nice video tomorrow, we'll see. I might stream this weekend. I won't be streaming any Onslaught. I'm not really bothered, you know, to stream Onslaught. But I might stream RTS, where I play a new start of the game for like a couple of hours, 2-3 hours, just to see what it's like for a new player. If it's absolutely horrific to do, like within the first hour I'm pulling my hair out, I might just stop. But we'll try and play for like 2 or 3 hours just to go through the beginning, see what it's like. I'm going to try and like put together some stuff on it, give my feedback to Counterplay in terms of like what the new player experience still needs to have for improvements. That sort of thing. It's also good for me to see what new players have issues with. I think I know some of the stuff, but I'm not sure if I'll play that for a long time. But it'll be like at least 3 hours there, but I might play it a couple of times afterwards. We'll see. Tuned in too late. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I'll be streaming on Monday as usual next week though, or Tuesday. We'll see. Probably Monday. Make sure you enter the giveaway if you haven't already, guys. It's pinned in my chat, but you can just go to my preview video of Shane if you want to check it out. You can also check out what Shane's going to be like. He should be released in 15 minutes. But there's some very interesting parts of his kit, particularly his signature move and how it works, and how it removes buffs based on the rest of his kit. Like it removes buffs and nukes particular characters. So characters like Sebastian and Lot Trouble, for instance. Yeah, that's the end of my stream today, guys. I do appreciate you tuning in. Have a good evening. Best of luck on any pulls you do for Shane. And as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving. Goodbye, goodbye, guys. Goodbye, goodbye.